one thing I want to look at is how do you go about owning your own content? I've already touched on this by creating your own site, or let's say for this example, we'll look into creating a blog. Now, you don't have to, no, oh, I got to do a blog posting every day. You don't, no, this is something that you can do on your own at your own pace. You can do one a week, you can do one every 2 weeks, or one every other day. It's whatever schedule you want to go with, and how you want to go about it is totally up to you. Now, one thing is using a software that's out there. It's a lot of it is free. Even you can even monetize these ventures as well. So again, it works out in your favor to have this set up as a particular way of getting your content out there, but you control the reins on it. You are in control. I know that I can say a lot of control a lot tonight, because that is what the basis of tonight is going to be about, is taking full effect, full of control of your particular destiny. So one way for me, how I've done it, and this is not like a how-to guide or anything. This is or how you must do this in order to be better at controlling your own destiny. No, this is just how I found what works for me, and it could be something that is completely different for you. You might find something that is better fit for you, but it's all a personal journey and how you go about controlling your own destiny. One of them is actually creating your own website. What I mean by that is this is our forum, our website this is the Indie Creator. It's a forum. It's based off of Envision Power Board is the underlying system or infrastructure that powers our site. And going through this is something that, is showing that I can create a way to set up a place for other content creators to come in to keep things organized, and to have people come in that want to share their experience or their resources that they might have found that have helped themselves, or might help somebody else, or they might find someone has posted something else that might help them. And it's something that I've came up with that is, in my way, is I'm controlling my destiny of getting my content out there. And this is not just one, this is like the peak of, is like two-prong approach. I guess that's how, if you want to refer to it as, what I do is I have this is kind of like a combination of my two blog websites that I have, that I still continue to use, that I can post up here, as well as like a kind of like a central hub that people can look through if they want to find, my indie game reviews, and also talking about content creator centric stuff, especially for independent creators. You'll be finding here as well. So this is kind of like a place that I found that I can bring together, and I'll show you. This is, like I said, from and that's, unfortunately, it's not free. I have to make that known. It's a paid option. It's a paid option. Some might say it's a little too much, but for me and how I go about things, it'll fit perfectly in line to what I want to do with it. And last 2 episodes ago, we talked about this stuff as well. So this is a blog post, or a newsletter site called Ghost. Now, what Ghost is again, this is kind of like there's a free version ish, and then there's a paid version. Free version is the software that runs the website. It's free and open source. You just have to provide the hosting infrastructure to put the software on. So that's why I say it's free-ish, unless you have the hardware yourself and the means to do it, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Fine, that's great. A lot of people do that. Or this is a low-cost option, especially for someone just starting out. It's $11 a month for if you have up to 500 members. So you can have 500 people or subscribe or create accounts into your Ghost newsletter or blog, and then what you after that, then you'll have to bump it up. But what you could do is offer a paid plan to help offset the cost. So you have 500 people pay whatever amount that you want, say $4.99. That's what I have set up here for the Indie Creator Hub. Is you can have there's a free plan, a free account. So if you want to send comment or post comments on these articles, and there's also a paid option, which gives you a little bit more of it gives you a Discord, a role in our Discord server, and you also help an independent creator out, help offset the cost. So that's another thing. What you can do is if you want to focus on, you don't have, like I said, you don't have to make a blog post. You can just make a post and then share out from there, because it's easy to do. It's like if I want to go ahead and let's open this one up here. This particular post, all I gotta do is just copy and paste that link, and it automatically shows up nice and pretty on whatever social media that you want to utilize. Let's say if it's Twitter, that's great. Go ahead, post it up on Twitter and post a link out there and share your thoughts and opinions. Because what's going to happen is your content is living on your own service, on your own infrastructure that you own and control. You're not putting what you're talking about on someone else's computer or infrastructure. And let's say if Twitter, which probably more than likely happen, is just go away or completely dissolve into something different entirely, your content that you've been posting out there for years and decades is gone. There is no coming back from that. You don't have control. Yeah, you can download or you can request your account information, but who's to say how long it's going to take? And then you got to extrapolate that from a database file or whatever they give you. So it's like a catch-22. If you post your content on Twitter or anything like that, it's not technically yours anymore, really, because you don't have control over it. Yeah, you can delete it, but who's to say it gets censored? What if El Musco decides, oh, I don't like the cut of your jib, and starts deleting your tweets? Well, that's his prerogative, and you don't have any say in it. Oh well. But if you have setting up your own site, your own website, your own blog, and it's something that you can easily do, you don't have to use Envision or Ghost. You can use Substack. I have Substack here, and this is completely free. And you can also monetize your content as well. So you can set this up, create your own Substack, which is the same thing as with Ghost. True, like I talked about in a couple of episodes ago, you have caveats where it's not really, you still have full control, but it's not your space that you control completely. So you have to weigh the pros and cons, but you have better options than posting your content out on a failed network. You can also go to WordPress. WordPress allows you to do the same thing as Substack, and you can also set it up for free. Let's go to the pricing plans here. You get free, you get themes and products, and also if you want to pay for it, they got a paid plan, which is like $4 a month. If you buy annually. If you do monthly, it's $10. Okay, so you save a few dollars if you buy the annual plan, but still, you have a free option that is tons better than getting your content out there on having it live on a service or infrastructure that you have no control over. You have no say over what actually happens to that particular content. So looking at a couple different things is that you do have options. Your options are out there that you just have to take care of. And if you got a site already, perfect. Utilize it. Start creating content on your site and get the links out from your site to the rest of the world. That's the only way you can really take back control from the likes of Twitter and Facebook and everywhere else.